All right, so it says we're live. Welcome back, everybody, to horrible lighting on our back porch like normal. Nothing professional about this live stream at all. And I just scratched my face right before starting the live, so you're going to keep seeing me
Just casual.
dabbing myself right here.
Casual night on the porch.
No, just call it what it is. Unprofessional. Absolutely unprofessional. Oh, so welcome back to hot and dry and drought-stricken Florida. Y'all, we haven't had rain in forever. We need some rain.
Yeah, we're dry.
We are so dry. It is nasty. I heard Miss Lee say earlier today on a comment that she was 48 degrees over in California. I was like, oh, it was 95 in the shop when I read that.
48 degrees? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 95 was in my shop today. But we've been like 80s, high 80s, 90s.
It's getting hot.
Yes.
We've actually started swimming in the pool. So
yes, we have. Yes, we have. Don't ask. Don't ask. And we're having to run back and forth over to the other property to run sprinklers so we don't burn up our new fresh grass. So I'm going to say, can you see us and hear us, game? Yep. Everybody says we're good. Y'all apologize. We've got the shade curtains down, but the sun is going through a crack about this big right now. So you're going to see the sun coming across our face. The camera's washed out. It is what it is. We're cooking tonight. We're on the back porch, so
yes, we are.
The lighting is horrible. We did not build the back porch for recording. That's why it looks so bad. But at least you can see our faces, me dabbing myself, and hear us. So that's good. So let's go ahead and recognize. I see somebody just jumped on that said they were Hammer's. I'm sorry, I've done lost the comment.
Daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law. Okay, so apparently Hammer, who's been with us quite a long time, has had another heart attack, and I am so sorry to hear that because he's had several, and it sounds like this one was so serious that he had to have a heart transplant, which I guess he's been waiting on for the last couple of days. So I'm trying to catch up on comments right here. So whoever you are, I don't know your name under Hammer's name. I see Miss Sharon talking about it as I'm scrolling through the comments. So thank you for updating us. Our thoughts and prayers are with Hammer, and we hate to hear that. He cannot catch a break, it seems like. I am so sorry to hear that.
Please keep us posted about everything. Absolutely. Even if Miss Sharon will reach out to us and let us know.
Yes, yes, please. And I know there's several of y'all that actually talk with Hammer, so maybe y'all talk to the family as well. So keep me posted right there. Y'all can, a lot of y'all know my email. Shoot me an email. Let me know. So let's see what we got here. I also want to recognize Adam. Thank you so much. Before the live stream started, not only did you, oh, wow. Okay, not only did you do one membership gifting here, but you did two.
Thank you, Adam.
Adam, that is so kind and generous. Yes. And speaking of that, we're going to try to do something a little special this week. We won't say what it is, but the last day of the month, which is going to be Wednesday, right? We're going to try to do a special members only live stream as a thank you for all the people. And because we got so many members this month, thanks to Mr. Doug, Miss Lee, gifted out a pile of them. Now you've got Adam doing what he's doing. So we're picking up a pile of members. Thank you so much. As we work throughout this year doing big projects, the house build, things like that, we try to give out sneak peeks. We'll give you early access to videos, and we always try to do an extra live stream for y'all, answer your personal questions, let y'all know what's going on.
So this one's going to be nice this week.
This week, we're going to try to pull something off this week and give y'all a special
live stream. We're going to try to make it happen.
Yep, so that'll be, let's do Wednesday night at
Wednesday
7.
At 7.
Yeah, we'll do our normal time. I know a lot of y'all got to work and things like that happen.
Did you also want to say something to Adam that we talked about yesterday? You don't remember? Facebook stuff.
Oh, Adam. Yeah. Our rock star.
So I brought this up to Andrew.
I remember now.
I said, Adam needs big time credit. So you can go ahead and say it.
So Adam, our watchdog on Facebook, he's aggressive over there. He's like a pit bull.
Yeah. What are we going to name him now for this? I'll have to name him something.
Just Watchdog Adam.
Watchdog Adam.
Don't be too aggressive, but we see what you're doing over there. Man, I'm telling y'all what, I love YouTube with a passion. I do. And y'all, I'm sorry. The sun's getting right in the camera. It's going to be gone here in the next 3 to 5 minutes, and then it'll start looking better. But Adam, okay, so Facebook, we've actually blown up and did very well on Facebook, but YouTube's my passion. There is some of the kindest, sweetest people on earth on YouTube. And not that there's not on Facebook. We've met some amazing people. But for some reason, there is some of the worst people on earth on Facebook. Literally 50% of our comments could be people wishing death upon you and some of the most vile things ever. And we've noticed here lately, and we're not encouraging this at all. We're not. But we've noticed Adam's there to defend us pretty quick before we can ever find the comments.
Yes.
But we're definitely not encouraging it. But Adam, we see you, watchdog Adam. I wish people were kinder over there, and we're so thankful for the kind people that do watch us over there. It's some of y'all, but there's hundreds of thousands of other people that do. And don't get me wrong, we get a lot of positive comments, but for some reason,
it's a free for all over there.
It is. It just... but 98% of the comments, 99 on YouTube, are wonderful and amazing. It's
these are the people that are here to see us. All that's just coming across people's feeds, so they just don't care. They say whatever they want.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you, Adam.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. All right, so let me scroll down. I'm already way behind on the comments. I see a pile of them coming through. A lot of people reaching out for Hammer. Let's see what else we got here. So Glenn and Shannon Salty Life says, LOL on the traveling wood splitters. Yes. Yep. Have splitter will travel. And we did. So we had to clean up some stuff over there at the property, and why not turn it into some firewood, which we're desperately going to need next year, because we burned a lot over there this past year.
Yeah, we did. We went through a lot, and we'll probably go through more this year now that we'll be down there probably more. But
absolutely.
I'm just glad we got it out of the way before it got too hot.
Yeah. So let's see here. Adrian Sankey says, Tiffany, are you enjoying your gift? You know what they're talking about, right?
I am enjoying it. I loved it. I really did love it. And that probably came through on the video, but it's going to be very nice to have this summer. Yeah, very nice.
I am so sorry. See, the sun's coming right in the lens, but it is almost down. Bear with us a few more minutes. Such an unprofessional live stream, but it is what it is. Mikey, thank you so much, buddy. He says, here's a donation, which we do not expect, but we appreciate y'all so much. It's because of y'all's memberships and things like this, and just watching the channel, literally just watching the channel, that we're blessed and able to do this for a living. We try to tell you all this all the time. We do not take this for granted. We are so blessed, so blessed. We really are. So thank y'all for allowing us to live a dream and have an amazing lifestyle because of all this type of support. He said, this is for the longer water hose to water the maters. And by the way, the maters are doing great.
They are doing good.
So we're so dry right now. I'm starting to water twice a day. I hadn't even told you. I went out and watered again a while ago and thinned stuff out.
It needs it.
It is so unbelievably dry. Tiffany started taking over the animals, the watering the garden, things like that, so I can focus on content now that we have 6 channels for some reason. And it's just been hectic. But I went out there a little while ago, weeded some more stuff out, thinned some stuff out, and the stuff is already wilting, even though she watered this morning. I had to water again. But the tomatoes,
we need an irrigation system.
We really do. And actually, I've already plumbed the garden.
I would love that.
And I've already wired the garden for automatic irrigation. That may be a fun project next spring. Yeah. Assuming we don't have crazy stuff going on like normal, but we should probably put something like that in. Woo! What you barking at, boy? If y'all can hear Ruger. I don't know what he's barking at. All right. So what's for dinner? Says Andrew and Sankey. Good question.
We are going to do surf and turf tonight on the Blackstone. I'm excited. I want some scallops. It's not going to be shrimp, but it's going to be scallops and steak. So with a nice Parmesan cream sauce over the top of it.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, I'm hungry.
Go to it.
Hungry.
So Adam, thank you so much again, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Adam.
I'm about to take my shirt off, come through the screen, and jump in that pool. I have a feeling it's not as warm up there in the Dakotas as it is here. All right. So Matt jumped on and said, hello, everyone. Good day, good weekend. Hello. How are you? Hopefully you're doing good. Mikey, thank you so much. Jump in the pool fund.
Andrew just got out of the pool.
Thanks for telling them that. That was like 2 hours ago. I'm nice and dry now. All good. All right. So Stephen jumped on from Wild and Wonderful, West Virginia, as he calls it. Love West Virginia. Gorgeous up there. At one point in time, we thought Kentucky, maybe West Virginia, Tennessee was where we were going to move, but the cards fell where they may, and we wound up staying in Florida. But love it up there. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. So thank you for letting me know, Miss Sharon. Hammer's daughter-in-law is Sandra.
Okay.
All right. But she's left already. All right. I'm sure she's got her hands full, but thank you for letting me know. So Lance, we appreciate you so much. Just gifted out 5 memberships. So
thank you, Lance.
Y'all, if we got some new people on, here's the way
we're going to have lots of memberships
we are.
this month.
Hopefully y'all watch. Come Wednesday, we're going to do a special live stream for y'all. But here's the way the memberships work, y'all. A lot of people gift them out. You can buy them, but people gift them out. Which is the most common way people get them. It is 100% random. People ask us all the time, how do I get one? Well, you either got to buy it, which we don't push or promote. You don't see it in none of our videos, none of that stuff. Y'all asked us to do this. We only talk about it on the live stream, or people buy them, but the computer randomly gives them out. So if you're like, hey, why have I not been getting one? The computer's just random. It really is. The people can't control what they're doing. But Lance, we appreciate you so much. All right. Adam says, I gave out 30. Did I really miss that? Or have I just not made it somewhere
Well, I
yet?
think from the beginning, I don't know. You might have missed it. Let me see. Let me
I'll
go
have
back
to go
up
back
there.
and see that. Well, Adam.
Yeah, he gave, I think, that many off the rip.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
We appreciate you so much. I know somewhere before the
He
live
did.
stream, and I've probably
He sure did. Yep.
missed that.
It's at the very top.
Yep. So Tripping, you got a valid point. Oh no.
What?
I just
Is
seen
it a love bug?
Love bug. Oh, unless you're from the South, you don't understand how bad this is. I just had a love bug light on me. First one I've seen. That means we're getting ready to have a bloom.
Lovely.
With millions, if not trillions, or we'll just say billions of love bugs that come through.
They actually haven't been too terrible the last couple of years.
Oh, here we go. So Tripping, valid point. Most of the stuff on Facebook is spam bots to create fake posts, probably engagement, everything else. You got a valid point. I pretty much had to step away from it because I do respond, and it's a pure waste of my time.
Andrew gets riled up.
I do not need to be talking to either fake people or negative people when I need to be focusing on positive people like y'all and or creating content. My day's already so hectic and crazy. I don't need to waste any ounce of my energy on that.
Yep.
Tiffany's taking it over. She handles it well. I pretty much let her run
and the company that does it too. They also respond. So sometimes it isn't. We're not the ones responding sometimes too. So
that's true. Yeah. All right. So Dino, every week, got to know about them chickens.
They're actually doing really good. I've been letting the mama and the babies out, and just right before the live stream, I went and put them back in. They love being out there, playing in the grass and eating the bugs. So they're all really happy. We're kind of low on the egg production right now. We still have one that wants to be broody. Eventually, I got to break her from that. But we get like 2 to 3 eggs a day right now.
All right, so there's Jason's question. Any more chicks hatch? No, we pretty much
had to
get rid of the eggs. We collected them too long, I think. And then he said, did you have to clean out your drawers when you grabbed Mr. No Shoulders, aka the snake at the property? No, I was good. So I was cutting the stump off. I wasn't recording. It's the end of the day. We're hot. We're tired. I'm getting ready to pack up. But I want to go ahead and knock a few stumps down because I'm going to bring the stump grinder back over there and get them out the way. And as I was reaching around to grab the stump, it had a hollow holes all in it. That's why the tree had to go. It was going to blow down any day. Really was. And I grabbed a snake. Luckily, it was curled up like this.
I'm glad I didn't grab it.
Yeah, it was coming out and going back in the hole, and I grabbed it right in the middle. And as soon as I see what was going on, I was like, whoa. I fell back with the stump, and then I sat there and looked at the colors. I was like, okay, that's a safe one. Because I wasn't sure if it was a coral snake or king snake. Luckily, it was king snake. But quite a bit bigger than the other one. Still not a big snake.
Yeah, I was worried when we were picking up those logs. There was a whole tree, that same tree that had the rotten piece through the center. I was like, I just know that I'm going to pick up this log and there's going to be a snake in it.
I can't waiting for a snake to slither out of that. Like the one I cut on the property.
Yeah, no.
That 2 big snakes come out of.
That'd have been done.
We got hollow trees everywhere. And
done.
Love getting in them. All right. So, yes, Crystal, announcement next Sunday will be Tiffany's birthday bash. I don't know how much birthday bash we're going to do when you start getting our age. You kind of want to forget about the birthdays. But, yes, next weekend is Tiffany's birthday. And it's
actually the Monday after the weekend, but yes.
Cinco de Mayo. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. All right, Miss Lee, thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
You're so kind and generous. So how's the mini split working in the processing room? Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. So I had to play around with some settings to get it where I wanted it. No big deal. Just playing with the remote, playing with the app. And now every time you go in there, it's crisp, it's cool, 0 issues, no leaks. So I feel very confident that's exactly what I'm going to do in our new little house build that we're going to do. And I remember reading a comment of yours today. I think you said, 48 degrees, hardy har, and that you've got your roof and other stuff done. So that's good.
Yes. Hopefully you got the bigger projects behind you now.
Yeah. Are you asking because you're thinking about doing a mini split? Let me know if you have some questions. Half pint. He said it rained for 32 seconds here today. Buddy, I can't remember the last time we've had a rain. And I'm working in the yard today, and back this direction right here, I see jet black pop up. I see rain falling. I got super excited, got on the radar. It's about 15 miles away, and it blew up all over little town north of us, and then just went away. I was like, oh.
Well, maybe tomorrow. We got 50% tomorrow.
Yeah, it was 60 or 70. Now they're dialing it back, but we do have 50% tomorrow. Oh,
yeah,
I hope.
hopefully tomorrow.
I'm telling you,
the day I go grocery shopping.
Yeah, no kidding. How about that? All right. Dino says the traveling. Yep, the traveling Wilburys wood splitters reference flew right over Andrew's head. It did, because I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. I'd have to look that up. All right, Mr. Gray, thank you so much for bringing this up. Yes, I should have already brought. No, I shouldn't bring this up, but we never bring it up unless y'all do.
Oh.
So I've been given that Amazon link, our Amazon link, a workout. You should also put that link in the chat here. I am, because for the first time in probably 5 months, we are this close to actually hitting a bonus. I think we can make it. There's still 3 days left in this month.
That
so
would
y'all,
be awesome. Yeah.
If any of y'all, why is my, hang on.
Is your computer done?
Yeah, I just looked down and noticed that my computer's not charging. We'll get it in a second. I see my battery's going down. If any of y'all shop on Amazon, doesn't matter what you buy, doesn't have to be our stuff that we talk about in a video. We are an Amazon affiliate. I'm going to put a link down here. If you're shopping for the next few days or anytime from here on out, use this link. It's always in the video description. Y'all, it's a huge part of our income. It literally pays our fuel bill every month, and we may get a little bonus this month, which we haven't hit in a long time. Exciting. We just literally put it toward content. We will buy computers, we buy cameras, we try to improve the channel with it. It means the world to us, and we never bring it up, we never promote it in videos, and we don't talk about it until somebody like Mr. Gray brings it up. So I will put a link down here. Yes, okay. I normally try to copy one before the live stream, so I just posted it in the comments. If you're doing anything over the next 3 days, use that link. You don't even have to go through our webpage. There's a search bar right there. Type it in. It could be diapers. It could be whatever. It could
and
be
we don't know your personal information.
We don't get to see your personal information. None of that. If you use that, it counts toward stuff that we counts toward, pretty much sales for us for the month. And it's such a blessing. It's a huge part of how we make a living like this. It takes multiple things to actually be able to do this. So, Mr. Gray, we appreciate you.
Thank you,
Mr. for bringing it up. Thank you for using the link. We are having a better month than we've had in a long time, and we're just so close, just a few $1,000s away in sales and hitting a bonus that would mean the world to us. It really, really would. All right, so Larry says, I have an EcoFlow question. Are you going to review the EcoFlow Wave 3? Looks like a lot of great upgrades. Mr. Larry, wish granted. Recorded multiple videos today. I worked way more than I ever should have on a Sunday. The Wave 3 was one of the videos I recorded today. I'm going to edit it tomorrow. I may stay up tonight and edit it. I may. So it's either going to be out tomorrow or the next day. So wish granted. How about that? And yes, it does have some sweet upgrades. Actually, that's the one.
What channel is it going to be on?
It's going to be on our review channel. Okay. So I'm really trying to get away from doing reviews on this channel unless it's something that makes sense. A big whole house solar stuff, a tractor, a piece of equipment, things that we use on the property. I've been getting really away from all that. Our mower, I get all that, but there's things that really help fit the channel, that really support us and our lifestyle, since we're talking about so much tonight. But little review products like that, go to the review channel. It's coming. It'll either be tomorrow or probably the next day, now that I think about it, because I've got to get, trust me, there's just a whole bunch to it. It takes a while to edit all this stuff too. And yes, it is a sweet upgrade. And yes, it is now going in Cash's room out there, aka the deer blind. It's going to replace the old one that's out there, because it is better, 100%. So Crystal, thank you for bringing that up. If you are new and have just jumped on, introduce yourself. Great family of people here. You are. Yeah, we call everybody our family. Everybody's nice and kind. So Kathy, I will let Tiffany answer this one. How's Bullet doing?
Bullet is actually doing really good. It was actually Andrew's suggestion, of all things, about Bullet, what we should try to see if it'll help him. Probably, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe, did we start locking him back up in the utility room, the laundry room?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a cage back there, and it's, it's been his cage since we've had him, and it has a bed in it. He has plenty of room in there. But we started putting him back in there because he was having like some accidents if you don't let him ride out at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we put him back there. We put a baby gate up, and I think what he was doing is he was getting in like a fetal position in there, and he was so cramped up because the bed is pretty fluffy in the cage and all that. So I don't think he was spreading out, and I think he was kind of cutting off some circulation with some nerves and everything.
I hope.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's what it
he
is.
hasn't had another episode since we took the cage out. So I took
Oh,
the cage.
really?
He has not had another episode since I took the cage out.
A day or two ago, he
Nope.
kind of got a
You
little.
thought, but he was doing just fine. Yep.
Okay, maybe
Yep.
he's just
So I
got a
took
slip disc or some back.
took the cage
problems
out,
or
put the
something.
bed, so now he can sprawl out and lay, whatever way he wants to, and it has helped tremendously. So he's doing good.
Great.
Yeah.
See, I learned something new today. I
Yeah.
thought he still had an issue or
No.
two, but that's great. All right. Well, he's getting old. He's getting feeble. Things are getting worn out, bones, everything else. So it's just kind of part of life. So Mr. Larry says, hello, if you're new. Andrew Tiffany replies to 90% of your comments that you make on their videos. Not true. I bet it's 98%. And it's tough. And I do miss some comments, y'all. And occasionally I got to throw some hearts because if there's hundreds of comments a day, I can't respond to all of them. But I bet you I get 95+%. I try. And sometimes I'll get a few days behind and I'll find a moment to sit down and try to go back and get them. Eventually, we are going to reach a point as all of our channels get bigger and bigger when there's thousands of comments a day.
And when he's having to answer 6 different channels.
Yes, when I just can't respond to all of them. But it does not mean we don't love and appreciate y'all and are just so appreciative of everybody that does take the time to respond. But we absolutely get the majority of the comments answered. All right. Christian says, question, is Andrew going to do cooking next Sunday? Who knows? I could, or we could have leftovers. Tiffany may take the day off, or sometimes she feels froggy even on her birthday, pre-birthday.
I don't know. It just depends. We got a lot going on that weekend, so we'll see.
We absolutely do. But she does not have to cook if she doesn't want to. That is 100% for sure. All right. So I see Chris there. He says, yeah, how's Bullet doing? We just answered that for you. So I guess doing great. All right, let's go down here and catch a couple more of these. So Kathy, Tiffany, you got to do a small recipe book on all the recipes. While you're on the carnivore diet, and
I'm running out of recipes too. I don't know what else to cook.
Yeah,
I'm like kind of getting burnt out of like the same thing over and over again. But I try to be a little creative. So maybe tonight we'll give you a good idea of something to do. Yeah,
possibly. All right, so Miss Lee says, I've had a mini split in my office for years, works great, heating and cooling. That's great to hear. I really hope ours lasts forever because I am nervous about them, the longevity of them, the lack of parts and availability, people to service them. I guess that's the downfall. But I was just actually talking with a couple of viewers that has the same model that I put in the shop, and they acted like theirs has been flawless. So that makes me feel really, really good. So Blue Wolf says, thank you for the gift of membership. You can thank Adam for that. He's been piling them on. Thank you so much, Adam, for doing that. Miss Lee says, I use your Amazon link every time I shop, which is regularly. Me too. I'll admit, I'm almost a daily Amazon shopper. We live in the middle of nowhere, so anything from toilet fixing parts to dog food may show up on our doorstep.
We get a delivery every day.
We pretty much do. Almost every day. Kim, thank you so much. I just bought a new computer through Amazon link. This might be why we're having a good month. Y'all are making some big purchases, and we thank y'all so much for that. Okay, let's see here. Barry says, how's the solar upgrade system performing on storage and drawing? Fantastic. Haven't touched it. Don't even check the battery capacity anymore. Normally, I'm charged up by noon, especially on bright sunny days like today. That's with the pool going. Now I've extended the pool pump timer 2 more hours. So that expensive pool pump, Energy Hog, runs for 8 hours a day. I've got the higher usage, more powerful mini split pulling on the shop. Doesn't matter. I've got so much solar panels. I cannot brag enough about over paneling your system. I've learned my lesson. It's best to have way more panels than you need because you're going to have cloudy days, rainy days, everything else, or you're constantly going to add Energy Hog stuff to your shop, like ice makers, pool pumps, and things that I've done. All that stuff I no longer pay for. If that was on our house bill and we still paid shop stuff, we would be hundreds of dollars a month in electricity, and we're less than half. We've knocked our bill in half easy. We're saving a few $100s a month easily. Super happy with it. Really, really happy with all that stuff out there. All right. So Kingwood says, yes, the love bugs are nasty, but we're getting ready for the 15-year, 17-year Locust. Oh, goodness gracious. I keep hearing about this first I've actually heard about the locust, but what's the other one? Cicadas. I'm hearing a few right now, but supposedly we're not going to be in the big bloom this year. We're just, I don't know, hundreds of millions or whatever they keep talking about coming out. I think that's going to be a little north of us. Oh, goodness. Let's see here what Nancy says. I tried to order a solar generator, but it can't come to me either at my house or P.O. box. That's a bummer because it's a battery. Yes, there is weird shipping rules for batteries. So, yeah, sorry about that. So Vern says that's a nice pasture out behind the pool. Might need you a bull calf to get the herd started. Yes, that's the plan. So that used to be all grown up, thick, 10-foot tall stuff when we bought the property way before YouTube. We cleaned that. I spent months leveling that field. I planted all that grass seed you've seen. And the plan is, it was supposed to be this year, and then we got a wild hair and decided we're going to do a new piece of property and a whole new build series for the channel. We were planning on fencing it in this year, which is very expensive, buying cows, which is very expensive, and putting out there. Now we're pushing that to next year. But the plan is, our cows out there, because we're
still talking about it.
We just bought part of a cow. We buy part of a cow every year and brought that home. What was that, 2-3 days ago? Filled our freezers up. And I want it to be our cow next time. Well, we're probably going to buy one more cow. But after that, I want it to be our cow that we raise to our standards. Really looking forward to that. That's a huge part of our little homestead here. We for sure want that. So how are the plants doing that you planted in the yard? I'll let you answer that.
They are doing really good. I'm having to water them every other day, though, but they're doing good. Yep. Even the one that Andrew clipped with the lawnmower is doing good.
All right. So I'll admit, all those plants we planted, it was right before I did the grasshopper demo day, and I had 5 mowers here that I've never driven on before. I mean, it's kind of like riding a bike, but they're all different sizes, whatever. So I'm whipping through there, mowing all around them, and I took one right off. I didn't mow it off, but I snapped it off. It's trying, but there's about that much left of it. So yes,
it looks good.
I did damage one. Maybe I should have put that on the video right there. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Everybody talking about the tree behind us? So
yeah,
Jason
I think
said,
so.
Yeah, it's sad. If you watch the older videos, you can see how much it lost. That tree used to be huge, way wider than what you see behind me. It's rough. That tree is rough. I'm
just glad it's still alive right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna make it. Hopefully, we outlive it. Good Lord blesses us, but I don't think it's got a lot of life left in it because it's been so damaged. Sorry, getting indigestion for some reason. All right. Better keep the office chair service, says Adam. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure it's something. Yeah, no, coming from you, I have no idea what that means, but I got to think about it. There's Arnie with his, this is not a donation.
Thank you, Arnie.
We appreciate you. All right. Bobby said, just got back from a card making class. What is a card making class? Like get well soon cards, playing cards? What is that?
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it.
So Sharon says there's a place in Ohio that has fields full of solar panels. Not sure what they do with all the power they generate. Oh, you should come to Florida. They're popping up everywhere now. You go all up and down our interstates. There will literally be several 100-acre fields with just tens of thousands of solar panels in it. But they're owned by the power companies. Honestly, they don't really want you doing solar here yourself. They used to push it as big green stuff, and then everybody started doing it. All of a sudden, oh no, we want you buying power from us. So their green initiative now is to do hundreds or maybe 1,000-acre field of solar panels. They produce it themselves. They pump it into the grid, and then they want to still sell you grid power. Kind of crazy the way all this stuff's worked out. I personally like having my own panels, my own system. So whenever hurricanes and other stuff happen, I'm still up and running. I'm good to go. All right. So what else we got going on here? Catching some more comments. So can you explain, says Connie, how a homeowner's generator could do kickback on the electric lines and hurt the lineman? Okay. So that is code and law. So the people that do, how do I want to word this? The people that backfeed their panels illegally, as in don't have a transfer switch or don't have, y'all seen me install specialized systems that make you throw the main breaker off, and then there's a physical bar that'll drop down or get up in the way. And then you flip your generator switch on. That's a very cheap method of doing it. You've got to have some sort of physical means, either an automatic switch or a physical bar in the way. So if you power your house up with a generator, it can't backfeed. The breaker can't be on going back to the power pole, because you will actually energize the lines that linemen are out there in the middle of the night working on, trying to get back going. They go to the substations, they go to the poles, they pull the fuses, substations are down, and they're expecting no electricity on the lines. But then people do illegal backfeeding, thinking they're powering up their house, forget to throw a breaker off. Next thing you know, it's going down the street and everywhere else, and you can potentially electrocute somebody. That's why that's illegal. That's why code does not allow it. That's why you got to do it the right way. So good question. We're probably all going to be dealing with that more and more here as we go into hurricane season and everything else, but do it the right way. Protect the people that's out there in the middle of the night trying to get your power back on.
All right. I guess I'm going to get the Blackstone going.
Oh, it's already 30 minutes in. Oh, yeah. Hang on, y'all. I've got to figure out why my computer is not charging.
Uh-oh.
I hope I didn't lose my... There it is. All right, my power brick wasn't plugged in. Haha, we're back. Otherwise, we're going to wind up with a dead computer here. Yeah, so Kathy says, speaking of cicadas, we're about to get a huge 17-year bloom. That's what I keep hearing about. I can't imagine the blooms they're talking about y'all getting where there's just tens of millions, hundreds of millions. You can't hear it. Like, that stuff's deafening. But I will say, cicadas, nothing reminds me of springtime more than a cicada. It actually takes me back to fishing on the rivers with Dad and all. I'm hearing some right now. Y'all can't hear them. But that's all you hear up and down the river is you're fishing. Just reminds me of springtime. Let's see what else we got going on here. Adam, my goodness, you on a roll tonight. Oh, goodness. He was correcting me. Apparently, his comment earlier, he was talking about the toilet. What a shock. Adam, and talking about that.
We figured that.
All right, Brad, what's going on? So what's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. It's doing great. Hopefully, you're doing well. We'll call you neighbor. You're close enough. I'm reading comments. Oh, Miss Lee. Yeah, they had to uninstall my solar panels to re-roof my house. They were off for a week. Everything is reinstalled. I bet you're not going to like your electric bill now that you're used to basically not having one. Mr. Gray says, don't you have power on that porch? I could have sworn I'd seen a video with you installing some of it. Yeah, the problem is I just didn't have my power brick plugged in correctly from my laptop. But yeah, we got an outlet or two out here, if you know what I mean. All right, so Casey, yeah, he says, I'm a lineman here. The transformers don't care which way the electricity flows. That's exactly right, whether it's from your house illegally backfeeding or from the substation. Turn your main breakers off when using a generator, or better yet, install the generator interlock kit or transfer switch, which is the legal correct way to do it. We need our linemen like Casey being nice and safe, getting our power back on. All right, let's go on down here. I'll tell you all what, how long are you?
5 minutes.
Okay. In just a second, I will spin the camera around. Let me read some more comments. I did kind of shoot way down, so I kind of skipped over some of y'all. Sorry, there's so many, I just can't read them all. So looks like Mark just jumped on all the way from Australia. I tell you what, Mark, we are starting to get a pile of people from Australia, and that's awesome.
Interesting.
So, welcome. I'm assuming it's Monday morning there, which is so strange to me every time we say that because it's Sunday afternoon here. But he said, hi, mate, from Australia. So
hello.
welcome. And we're not putting shrimp on the ball bed tonight, but we're going to put some scallops because I'm allergic to shrimp. So you're about to see that.
Oh, my gosh.
So Woods and Land says more solar. You're kind of going to get some. If you go to the review channel this week, I'm reviewing a couple of items that are not technically solar, but run off of solar. So that'll give you a little feel right there. And our new creation channel, which I need to pop up. There it is right there. I just put it on the bottom of the screen. The Kelley's Creations. If you type that in at the Kelley's Creations, one of my next videos I'm going to edit. It's an older solar video, but it's going to be taking multiple videos, putting it together. And a lot of people are starting to comment the way I'm putting videos together over there, which is just strictly build, no yakking, just working. They're seeing older stuff they've never seen before. I'm trying to go back and pull. One video may have 10 videos combined into one, and people are seeing things they've just never seen before because they're new to the channel. All right. Dino says it's prawns, not shrimps. Well, it's shrimps here in the United States, but I've definitely heard the term prawns. All right. Sharon says you and her only a couple days apart.
Yes,
on
we
birthdays.
are.
Y'all
Yes.
celebrate together.
Well, happy early birthday.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah. All right. So Miss Louise is in May as well on the 17th.
Yes, yes.
Bump
Thought
this
so.
camera up, y'all. Starting to sun setting, starting to get a little dark. And all right. Apparently Adams is May as well. My goodness, what a popular month.
You can go ahead and turn
Spin
it around.
the camera around. All right. Hopefully I don't lose y'all, but I'm gonna spin the camera around as Tiffany's doing some cooking. I'll keep yakking. I know it's bright right now with the sun setting and y'all are looking at it, but it's starting to get so dark. I'm gonna leave the camera a bit bright. It'll start shading out here. All right, we done had more people jump on, so tell them what you're doing.
We are doing surf and turf. We're going to do some blackened scallops over our steak, and we're going to do like a Parmesan cream sauce.
Sounds delicious. David, thank you so much there. He said, I spent the day rewatching some of your videos and was wondering about the rotisserie for the big pizza oven. That's a good question. That is something I do need to build. So, y'all, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, we got some stuff coming. Not only am I trying to get this new channel started, and I'm extremely passionate about the new creation channel. I love making stuff, but we're going to do some pretty heavy investments in this channel as well. Like I've told y'all all the time, I know some stuff looks fun, must be nice. You know, we get all those comments. We're heavily investing and taking risk a lot of times because this is a business. So I'm saying all that to say you're going to see some cool stuff that we're investing in for this channel that y'all have asked about. This is our main channel. We're passionate about it, but you're going to see some investments for the creation channel as well. I've literally got a million ideas like the rotisserie and some custom built stuff. And I think we're going to invest in a little more equipment. We've been talking about it heavily. It certainly doesn't feel like the right time with the property and the house stuff going on. At the same time, you've got to make videos that attract people and get the views and ultimately pay the bills at the end of the day. So you're going to see some stuff, but that's just one of probably 50 to-do projects that I have currently in my phone list right now. And I'm talking, I've got some major projects down to stuff like that I consider a small project. What I've got in my head with the rotisserie, though, I can either buy something in quick fab or I can make something so stupid and complicated like I often do that could potentially get views or it may not. I'm playing around with what I want to do because I need something to be realistic and actually usable as well. But I have got so many projects in my head, so many things coming, and I think y'all are going to be excited about some of the things that we've decided to invest in. A couple major things that's going to allow us to create and do more stuff, not only on this channel, but the creation channel. Some of the stuff y'all have been asking for forever. I've finally decided to go ahead and move forward with it because if you ask about it enough, I do read y'all's comments. We do listen. If y'all really want to see the stuff, I want to create the content you want to watch. Ultimately, that's my job. So there's some pretty cool stuff coming, and that will be one of them. I don't know how extravagant I'm going to make that though. All right, PJ said, woohoo, my birthday was yesterday, turned the big 7-0.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, PJ. My goodness, now Andrew and Sankey says my birthday's on the 24th. Oh, May 24th. Hit the big 40. Oh my goodness. The 40. I know all about that. Get ready for gray hair, back problems, and everything else. And a bunch of complaining like I'm doing right now. I can now legally complain. You get your complaint license at 40. You're allowed to do it. So have we been out on the boat yet? Says half pint. We have. So we've actually made a couple of several trips, really. We are boat people, but typically that's the only time we take off from working. We usually work 6 days a week, creating content, doing stuff behind the scenes. And when we take boat time, often we just don't record it, y'all, because it's relaxed time. If we're doing fishing or something fun, certainly we'll record it. So last weekend, we went to the Gulf. That was enjoyable, although the water's still a bit chilly. The ladies didn't want to get in. We went with a couple of friends, but beautiful day, sun shining, and Tiffany is obsessed with salt water. I prefer freshwater, just saying. And then we did just take another freshwater trip. And we will actually have some recorded trips coming up over the next couple of weeks that we will be sharing with y'all. We've got some big plans coming up. So we will be doing some of that just to try to get some different content. Actually, over the next 2 to 3 weeks, y'all need to pay attention to other channels, only if you're interested in them. We've got review channel content coming. We've got outdoor channel content coming. We've got creation channel content coming. And of course, we're always going to have content on this channel. So if you don't see enough that you want to watch over here, we do have other channels. We got some cool stuff. All right. So Bobby says, happy birthday, May babies. Y'all must be 24 and holding, right? I haven't felt 24 in a long time. How about I'm 39 and holding? Let's say that. I wish I was still in my 30s. Mark says the food sounds yum. The heck with how it sounds. You should smell it right now, Mark. Oh, buttery steak. So good.
All right. Actually, I forgot something in the house. I'll be right back.
All right. Don't forget your mics on. I'm going there cussing me and hollering at me. All right. Adam says, my birthday is October 7th, and I got to see the doctor. Uh-oh. Another Adam joke. We talking about the old, wait a minute. You're older than 40. Of course, what's the new age for that now? We actually ain't going to talk about all that now. Some people are going to catch on to what I'm saying. Mr. Jimmy, oh my goodness. Y'all pray for me. I got summoned for jury duty next month, and I'm the low number. That's not good. Mr. Jimmy, I feel your pain. I don't know what it is. We joked about this a few weeks ago on the live stream. I feel like I need to commit a crime or something or get something on my record. Maybe just a light crime. And I'm joking, by the way. I have been chosen 5 times. 5 times. And I've had to serve for several days as well. I don't know why I keep getting chosen, yet my wife has never been chosen once, and we're not that far apart in age. So I don't know what's on my profile that they're like, yeah, this will be a good guy. Keep calling him in. Mr. Jimmy says he got summoned for jury duty.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm telling about how I've been chosen 5 times, and you've been chosen 0.
Yeah.
0. 0. So luckily, the last time I was chosen, which wasn't long ago, I had a major delivery, a crew set up, stuff I could not reschedule. So I reached out to the judge, and somehow he granted me to not show up. But he told me it was not a dismissal, it was a deferral, which means I'm next up on the list. Next time they need somebody, I'm even more likely to be chosen. So I was like, whatever, I'll take it. But it's the only time in my life I've ever asked to be deferred or dismissed or anything like that. And somehow I was granted it. But yeah, 5 times for me. And now I've been deferred to a 6th time, which sounds guaranteed. I hate it for you, buddy. Oh, I hope it's quick and simple. Some of the times I've been chosen, you'll show up, you'll sit, you go through the whole process, and then somebody comes out of the back room and goes, well, they made a deal back there behind closed doors. There's going to be no trial, and you get to go home. You wasted the day. You get your whopping $10, which really reimburses you for the day. But maybe you can get out of it. But I guess it is our civil duty, isn't it? It's just part of it. Chris says Andrew needs to make a video of him chasing armadillos around the field. Actually, I do make those, but it's on the outdoor channel because it might not be chasing per se. Might not be a fun video. I do chase armadillos, but in a different kind of way. And I've got to work on a few right now that are tearing my yard up. I've absolutely got to do it. Let's see what else we got going on here. Vern says we used to fish for king mackerel in the Gulf while in the United States Air Force. Really? Hope you didn't do it on duty, did you? Or were you allowed to? Because that's actually pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Sharon says, just tell him he's guilty. That might get you out of jury duty. I've seen people play that game before. And it doesn't work like it used to. Adam says, I'm 45, and yes, that appointment. He says, hey, I thought they moved it to that age. So that means I've got 3.5 more years to, I don't even want to talk about it. All right, let's see what else we got. I figured that's what it was, though. So Miss Jimmy says they got $14 a day for jury duty. Woo, you rolling.
Aye.
Don't forget you got to pay your income tax and all that, too. So you wind up with about $9. That used to always be a joke to me because I used to have a business back today. And the one time I got chosen and served for several days, I had a small business. Left my employee there. I lost tons of money And when I applied for it, they even denied me. So I had to sit for several days for $0, lost a pile of money not running my business. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. But what difference is it if you get it or not at a whopping $14 a day? Doesn't even cover your lunch that you got to go out and buy when you get a lunch break. But again, I guess it's just all our duties. I totally understand it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, now everybody's got their jury duty stuff coming in the comments. Mr. Gray says, would catching more grouper than allowed get you out of jury duty? I told him I was looking for a way to get out. That's like an excellent way to have something. At least you kind of maybe can come home with stuff unless they just impound your boat and everything else. And speaking of our pitiful, poor, still to be announced grouper season this year, from what I'm hearing, it's going to be absolutely nothing. Just a joke. Makes me angry. I've been talking about it with some friends so many times here this last week. We're just all so mad about our fishing regulations. Adam says, ask if you can video the trial for YouTube. Hey, I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but it could be a viral video. Who knows? All right. Read on down here. Bobby says, I've been chosen for jury duty twice. I don't have to do it anymore. I'll be 77 in a few months. Hey, one good benefit of turning older, right? I forgot that is a perk. You get out of that and I think several other things. I don't want to rush on my age just yet. Seems like it's flying by as it is, but I would certainly love to not be chosen by jury duty. Oh my goodness. I just walked around that Blackstone and I ain't got nothing but I don't have anything but spice in my eyes.
He came around at the perfect time, huh?
Yeah, the fan's blowing it out my eyes like crazy. Well, it ain't your fault. Poor Ruger sitting out there on the pool deck.
Oh, man.
Oh, y'all. So we did take Ruger on the boat yesterday. Y'all was talking about that. And he met, how many dogs you played with yesterday?
2.
1, 2. No, then there was another one later that night. I guess maybe 2 more that night. Yeah. He played with so many dogs yesterday. He is flat wore out. I mean, he played for hours and hours.
He did.
Luckily, everybody we met yesterday brought down super friendly dogs. One was what was it?
Australian Shepherd.
Yeah, I guess a Shepherd, and the other was a Black Lab. So of course they're super friendly, but they tackled each other and played and ran and jumped and swam. It was a blast. So Adam says, Andrew, shave your nose hairs. Are they that visible again? I do it about every 2.5 hours, it seems like, and they keep growing out. Part of that getting older stuff that we keep talking about. All right. Well, I've made it to the bottom, y'all. Y'all got any more questions while we're cooking and hanging out? Looks like it stopped. I hope the live stream didn't crash. Uh-oh. Normally, y'all got a pile more comments than this. I could scroll back up and start finding some, but, you know. All right, I see Ryan just got recognized, became a new member, so appreciate you, Ryan. We will be doing a members-only live stream on Wednesday if you're available. We would love to chit-chat with you. So Katie says, I got called for jury duty during COVID. Yeah, how did that work out? Nobody's supposed to be around everybody. What, everybody 6 feet apart in a room or get on the computer, but you said you didn't get chosen. So Bobby says, did you get a new log marker? Oh, you mean a firewood marker? No, I've been using that forever. That's actually in our Amazon store, but I can give you the link for that if you're interested in it. But you're talking about the green,
the Mingo,
right? That drops the Mingo marker is what it's called. Drops a paint dot. No, I've had that thing for years. Absolutely love it. I mark all my firewood out because I'm very particular, in case y'all haven't noticed. And even though I did not need to do that at all at the river property because we've got a fire pit this big and you can just throw whatever you want in it, I still like my stuff to be perfect. So yeah, I do have the firewood marker and I love that thing. So how's the carpenter bee traps at the river property? Asked Mr. Robert. And I've heard if you make fake hornet's nests using brown paper bags, I've heard this as well, it'll repel them. I need to try that out. I need to see if that actually works. So, Mr. Robert, I hate to admit the last few times I went over to the property, I've been so focused on the grass and moving sprinklers, I forgot to look at my carpenter bee trap. And I have got to go load them up with some old bees for pheromones. But I can tell you here at this barn, They are just slap full. We've caught so many this year. It's been one of the worst years I have ever seen as far as bees go. And they're destroying my lumber after destroying it. But shame on me for not remembering the traps and looking. I've just been so worried about my grass. And I do need to try the fake hornet's nest and see if that works. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right, I knew this was coming tonight. Cooking channel update. Still recording content. Still have not edited all of it. We've been busy.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. So Justin says, did I see flags for the house build in the video this week? You did, Justin. However, doesn't mean we've been given a permit. So we pretty much gave up on the last engineer. Been very, very aggravating. We're at a time right now, I guess, where business is still good. So you're having to hunt people down. You're having to beg them to take your money, to take your line of work. Well, we gave the last engineering firm about a month and gave up on them. Limited responses, crazy quotes. So we're done with that. So we've reached out to another engineer, and I'm supposed to get my quote from them tomorrow. Time frame, price, all that. Then we can move forward. What we're ultimately holding up and waiting on is the foundation. We have no idea what the foundation is going to be right now. It's based on the soil samples and all this other testing we did. So the reason you've seen the flags is because we had to get soil engineers, geoengineers over there, do the samples, pull stuff, and I had to actually flag out the corners of the house so they could drill down and survey all that. We're still weeks, if not a couple months away, sadly, from our final meeting with the environmental building department for them to say yes or no. I am so ready to break ground. I can't stand it. Now, here we are going the heat of summer. Not what I wanted. I was hoping to be dried in by the heat of summer with a roof over my head, but we're playing the game. We're playing the everybody wants money, all the environmental hoops game, but we're doing it right. But yeah, what you've seen was rough flagged out area of the house. And I pray that we can build there. We're very close. Everything's looking promising thus far. So when you skip to the bottom, do you tend to run out of comments faster, says Mr. Gray? Well, yeah, because then it's hard to want to scroll back up and start going through. But normally I slowly come down. Sometimes I'll shoot to the bottom because I get so far behind. So Kathy says, when y'all going to start camping out at the river property? Very soon, Kathy. Now's the time of year we're going to do that. And once we start breaking ground in the house, ultimately, we're going to spend a lot of time over there. I used to have to run back and forth, take care of the chickens and animals and check on the property and all that good stuff. Luckily, it's not too terribly far away, so we can do that. Update on the bat houses. Nope, we haven't checked them. We checked them a few weeks ago. Nothing in it. And we've kind of forgot about them because they just don't seem to be working.
Come on, flies.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we definitely don't want no flies. So we have paper bags on our porch. Seems to work good for wasps. They were miserable before, says Jason. I need to try that. I need to try it. So Dennis from Oklahoma says, enjoy the show. Have you ever thought about planting a field of sweet corn? I don't need that much. I can get so much out of the garden when the birds leave it alone, quit plucking my seeds up. It's more than we can honestly freeze. We're at the point now we have too many freezers, too many refrigerators. And if I plant a field of sweet corn, I would need more freezers than you could possibly imagine. Plus, we're just not going to eat all that.
All right. It doesn't really look pretty, but it smells delicious.
Yeah,
surf and turf with our Parmesan cream sauce.
And scallops. Scallops in part of bulk cow. So let's go on down here and catch another one. We've been yakking almost an hour, and I'm going to eat, y'all. We got tis the season for bugs. We got flies flying down. So I do want to eat before they get in my steak and my surf and turf. So are we still doing the carnivore diet? I've seen that asked a few times. No, we're doing basically ketovore. We've been cheating. I put on a few pounds, which I'm not happy about. We need to turn around and go back the other direction, but I'm still way down.
Yeah, the weekends get us.
The weekends get us bad. Yeah. All these cookouts and everything. I don't expect people to cook for our diet. But during the week, we do mostly meat like you're seeing tonight. We'll add a salad to it. We'll add some garden vegetables. So I call it ketovore. Mostly meat, some vegetables. Weekends, we're cheating. We've got to stop that because it catches up with you fast. All right. We'll catch one more here and then wrap this thing up, y'all. So Jim says, how's the new roof for the tractor been working out? Oh, you mean for the mower? Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's been hot and dry. Y'all, it was 95 my shop day. It's been in the 90s, actual temp, 80s, 90s. Way too hot, way too early. Got me worried about hurricane season. Oh, goodness gracious. But that has been such a blessing, especially for Tiffany, since she stole my lawnmower.
It was mine from the
It
get-go.
pretty much was. I hardly don't get to use it. And I'm not kidding when I say that is my dream mower, but I'm happy you got a nice mower.
I do all
Have
the
you got
mowing.
the canopy? Have you got the fan? She was bragging about it. That was legit 100%. That was, like she said,
Oh yeah.
she
No,
felt like
yeah.
she's been a salesman of that video. She was smiling ear to ear. She was 100% happy. Like,
Very happy
just
with
turning
it.
her absolute perfect mower.
Made it perfect.
All right, y'all, it's getting dark as you can see on the camera. I'm eating some food. We thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Thank you so much for all the content that you watch and supporting us and all the extra things that y'all did tonight. Truly do appreciate y'all. I don't never ask this, but I'm going to throw that Amazon link down one more time since y'all asked about it earlier. Right there, if you're making any purchases, if you'll use it, it supports us greatly. Literally covers our fuel bill, which is such a blessing, so we can run tractors and all the equipment stuff that you do. We are blessed. We get to do this lifestyle thanks to y'all.
Yes.
We do not take it for granted. We appreciate y'all so much. Good night. God bless.
Wednesday, members only live stream at 7.
That's right.
Yep.
So this coming up Wednesday, members only live stream. Thank you to all the new members and the people that gifted out memberships. We will be chit-chatting with y'all. Got something special to share. Don't worry, we don't keep secrets from everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody always gets to find stuff out, but we might do some stuff a little early for some members there. So we thank y'all so much. Good night.
Good night. Have a blessed week.
Yep. We'll see you.